What if I told you that you can change the world by sharing the gospel with just one person? Let me paint a picture for you. Around the year 30, Jesus had just 12 disciples, a very small group. Fast forward in 150 AD and there are around 40 to 200,000 of Christians. Now fast forward another 2,000 years and there are over 2 billion. This is the power of the snowball effect. When you help 2 people draw closer to Christ this year, and those 2 people help 2 others do the same each year, the impact grows exponentially. Can you guess how many people could be influenced in some way in 10 years? In the first year, you touch 2 people. In the next wave, that becomes 4 people. Then in the third wave, it's 8 people, and so on. By the time you reach the 8th wave, an astonishing 256 people will have been touched. Isn't that incredible? But it doesn't stop there. In the 9th wave, it will be 512, and in the 10th wave, it will be 1,024. That honestly blows my mind. Now, it's true that not everyone you help come closer to Christ will share that message further, and it's not always easy to guide someone to Him. If you've tried, you know this all too well. But I have something encouraging to share. If your attempts to spread the gospel haven't gone as planned, just keep watching. Returning to the idea of 1,024 people touched, this scenario assumes that everyone will share Jesus, which is unlikely, right? No, not really. Let me explain. You've definitely heard this before. Actions speak louder than words, or spread the gospel, and when necessary, use words. Essentially, to show the world who Jesus is, live like Him, love like Him, forgive like Him, and people around will find Jesus through you. You won't be perfect, and that's okay. However, many people may have never truly experienced God's unconditional love, forgiveness, or sacrifice. You can genuinely help them find Christ without ever saying a word about the gospel. Many people view the Bible as just a collection of stories, but when someone feels the power of God's love in their life, it can transform everything. This might lead you to wonder, but I thought we needed to use words to share the gospel effectively. In my opinion, it should be a combination of actions and words. Imagine that you have a coworker, Joe. Let's say that he's going through a really difficult phase in his life and isn't doing well mentally. If you approach him with genuine, unconditional love, caring about his problems and being there for him, it will have a much more powerful impact on his life than simply telling him the gospel. In the same way, you can show your friends, family, and even strangers the love of Jesus indirectly by living out your faith. How I see it is that we all just plant seeds. The conversion is always done by God, because God only is the one who makes things grow. Joe probably won't give his life to Jesus on the first day you show him what God's love is like, but it's his first time experiencing it. As Jesus said about the farmer who scattered seeds. Some fell along the path and the birds came and ate them up. Some fell on rocky places where there wasn't much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seeds fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still, other seeds fell on good soil, where they produced a crop 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. And each of those in whom the seed grows will continue scattering more seeds, leading to even more growth. Paul says, I planted the seed, Apollos watered it, but God has been making it grow. So neither the one who plants nor the one who waters is anything, but only God who makes things grow. 2 Corinthians 3, 6-7. We just plant seeds with as many people as possible. You are simply a part of helping others find Christ. Maybe you were the last brick, or perhaps you were the first. When someone doesn't know Jesus, they are on a journey. When they encounter Christians and experience Jesus through them, they are slowly building a bridge that gradually changes their perspective. This bridge grows every time they experience God in their own life or learn something new about Him. Imagine it as a collection of bricks. You could be the one to lay the first brick that starts the bridge or the last one that completes it, but all the bricks are necessary to make the bridge stand. We never truly know where people are on their journey. We just know that we help them with the bricks, but we can't be certain if we're placing the first one or the last. But the real effects on people can take months or even years to manifest. Even when we talk about the 1,024 people we calculated, that's based on a very long-term timeline, most likely to be years. When it comes to changing an individual's mind, it's often a slow process, and their entire environment will influence them. So if you feel like you want to help as many people as possible, but aren't seeing immediate results from your efforts, just stay persistent. Understand that many times people simply don't want to change their ways. Or maybe the influence from the other side is too strong. Another important thing to remember is that you do this for God, not for others. Your motivation should come from a desire to serve God, rather than simply trying to please people. I understand that your intentions may be to help others, but it can easily shift to a focus on trying to leave a good impression, which can lead to sin. The worst part is that you may not even realize how you suddenly stop caring about God as much, and it becomes more about how others see you. You should make a strong effort to avoid falling into this mindset at all costs. Trust me, you will have the greatest influence on others if you concentrate on God and do it for Him. When you focus on helping others for their sake, it's easy to fall into hypocrisy, where you only try to appear good on the outside while your heart isn't in the right place. You won't genuinely make anyone feel loved if you don't mean it. It has to be authentic. So, do it for God, and remember that your actions have an impact on others. Stay true to your faith, because at the end of the day, you're not trying to live like Jesus for the approval of others, but because of your relationship with God. Now that you understand this, I want to share the most powerful way to reach more people than you ever could in real life. Yes, it's the internet and social media. But before you leave this video, because you have no idea what videos to make, how to get views, how to create videos, not wanting your friends to see you doing it, or any other reason, hear me out. This is probably something you've never heard before. When you want to make money while sharing Jesus with others, there's one specific strategy you need to follow to make this work. If you want to earn real money, you need to sell something. This could be a product or a service that solves a specific problem for your target audience. The first step is to choose what problem you will solve, and for whom. Let me give you some examples. Let's say you know how to edit videos. You could teach this skill to others or sell your services directly to businesses that need it. For instance, an online coach or consultant might need well-edited videos, which could help them make additional tens of thousands of dollars. If you could provide that service, they would likely have no problem paying you $1,000 a month. Maybe you know how to code. You could either teach others or help businesses increase their revenue by building an app for them. Or maybe your skill is in email marketing, and the same principle applies. The point is, you can make money with any skill that helps someone solve a problem. So what do you do next if you have a skill, and what if you don't? If you're unsure whether you have any skills, consider that a skill that won't work is knowing what countries have which flags, for example. But maybe you are really good at studying, you know effective techniques, and you have the discipline and experience. You don't need to be an expert, you just need to be one step ahead of someone else to help them. Once you find something useful to others, and you're at least somewhat good at it and willing to learn, you need to identify your target audience. This should be someone you know well, maybe even a version of yourself from the past. Your audience should be specific, and don't worry about whether there are enough people out there. There will be plenty, and you'll be able to connect with them better when you know them well. Look for an audience that has a problem you can help solve. Think about a challenge you faced in your life that you overcame. For example, if you dealt with social anxiety and have since conquered it, you could focus on women aged 20 to 30 who are also struggling with social anxiety and want to overcome it, especially if they share your Christian faith. You would create longer videos, as they tend to work best. Before people buy something, they need to get to know you, and that happens by spending time with you. The more time they spend with you, the better. Getting to know you through short videos on platforms like TikTok or Instagram takes much longer. In your videos, you'll explain how to overcome the problem through your unique perspective. Since part of who you are is being Christian, you can weave that into your explanations. At this point, you might have more questions than when we started, and that's completely fine. You'll understand it better soon. Let me give you some real examples to show you that this approach works. Look at someone like Eric, who is addressing a specific problem through their unique perspective, which includes their Christian faith. These videos are meant to help people with small parts of the big problem. For instance, if you're helping others with social anxiety, a small problem you could teach for free might be how to be funny or how to gain confidence. What happens is that people who need your help will watch these free videos. Let's say they watch 5 of them over a week, and then they realize they want to improve even faster. They'll likely check out your profile and see any paid products you offer that can help them reach their goals more quickly. This could be a paid community, one-on-one coaching, a course, or anything else you can think of. If you get 10,000 views a month, maybe 150 people will join your paid community, which could cost $15 a month. That means you've just made $2,250. Or perhaps 5 out of those 1,000 viewers will sign up for your one-on-one coaching at $800 a month. The potential is endless. I believe this is one of the best ways to make money while sharing the gospel and spreading Jesus' message. The best part is that anyone can do this for free, even without experience. However, I want to be honest with you, it's not easy to achieve this. But these videos are targeted specifically at ambitious and driven people. So if you're watching this and this video has reached the right people, you're the kind of person who is ready to put in the effort and work hard for something that really matters. The beginning may be slow, but the longer you stick with it, the easier it becomes. Just think about how many people you could directly impact if you stay consistent and committed to this journey. This way, your impact can grow far beyond what you could do in person. Let's quickly recap. You will influence more people in your lifetime than you might think. Whether that influence is positive or negative is up to you. The snowball effect means you may directly touch just 2 people, but through 9 waves that can grow to 1,024. Your actions have a ripple effect on others. Your actions often carry more weight than your words. Not everyone will grow from the seeds you plant. In fact, most won't. But those who do can then plant even more seeds. We don't convert people. We simply plant seeds. It's God who makes them grow. Focus on the long term and strive to live righteously for God, not for the approval of others. To reach as many people as possible, use social media. Identify a niche with a problem you can solve, then teach others how to overcome it and build your audience. Charge people for helping them solve their problems more quickly and easily, and you can earn money in the process. With consistent effort over a few months, you should start to see real progress, because growth on social media comes from skill, not luck. Now you have 3 options. You can click on some entertaining video and forget about these incredible possibilities and your potential. Or you can try it out, post a few videos, and then give up because you don't see immediate results. Or you can take action, stay consistent, work hard, and make an impact. This is the hardest path, and the fewest people will choose it. But the fact that you're watching this says a lot about you and shows that you're the kind of person who can succeed. If you choose option 3, check the description below. It will help you on this journey.